What's up? Welcome to Get Rich 101. And no, I am not the incredible, amazing, talented, thoughtful, kind, unstoppable Sekou Writes, author, writer, inspirational speaker. I am his partner, Fee King, his fiance, and my guy is out there doing things in the world. He's in these New York City streets. And so I'm here to co-host his show, and I'm super excited about it. Welcome to Get Rich 101. Sekou Writes, nor am I, Fee King, a financial advisor. However, we advise you to get yourself a wealth manager or a financial advisor or someone who can help you navigate money from where you are. So one of Sekou's mantras is now is better than perfect. And you'll hear me say that at the close of the show because right now where you are with what you make is perfect. It is the perfect time for you to start investing in yourself. One of the things that Sekou Writes and I love doing is watching money thought leaders, gurus, educators, people like, for example, Anthony Anderson. He's incredible. You can find him on YouTube. He was a brother who was unhoused for a while, and he is now a millionaire. He interviews other people who have taken themselves from where they are to where they want to be. So he's very inspirational, but he's also very hands-on and gives you practical tools. But I think what I get from him is he keeps you energized. He keeps you hopeful and optimistic that if I can do it because I, Anthony Anderson, did the work, he not only did the work, he implemented it, and he continued to believe in himself. So if you are willing, that is the operative word, if you are willing to do that, then you too can get yourself from where you are to where you want to be financially. Other people that we follow, listen to, implement their work, their challenges is my favorite, my mentor, Arlan, Arlan Hamilton. She's a VC. She also was an unhoused woman. She was unhoused just 9 years ago. She shared in one of her videos that we watched yesterday that she had been unhoused for most of her life, childhood, young adult, midlife, because she really didn't become housed until late 30s. So she's now a millionaire, and she's determined to help 1,000 plus people, LGBTQ community and Black and Brown community and women specifically, 1,000 people become a millionaire over the next decade. We plan to be one of those. So what is your plan? Are you planning? Do you have a plan in mind? Are you implementing the plan? Well, let's start with, are you writing it down? So one of the things that Sekou's mentor, my girl, my Libra sister, by the way, it is Libra season. One of the things that Rev Melissa has tasked us with is really prioritizing your life and asking yourself, what and who is my priority? What is my priority? Is your priority your finances, your health? And you don't have to have one, right? I think many of us have far more than one priority, but really hone in on what are the maybe 2-3 things that are the utmost importance to you right now in your life. Is it your health? Is it serving others? Is it your finances? Is it being a caregiver or a caretaker? Like what is your priority and how are you prioritizing it? So Sekou Writes might come in, hopefully, because I don't know that I did the music right. And so Rev Melissa talked about prioritizing your priority, which was a great reminder. And I find that many times when we listen to these thought leaders, these gurus, these experts like Sekou Writes, sometimes we need the repetition of it. And oftentimes they're not telling us anything new. They're really helping us to remember some of the things that we already know to do, be, have, and to give. Things that we already know. A few other thought leaders that really, really resonate with us and me specifically is Bob Proctor. I am a student of Bob Proctor. I am Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor has a philosophy, which is to image on the screen of your mind who you want to become, or maybe who you are becoming, what you want for your life, and exactly what you want it to look like. And Rev Melissa echoed that. So many of us are saying the same thing, but in different ways because it's based on our own experience. Bob Proctor says to place the image. So let's take, for example, my industry, health and wellness. If a person wants and is really serious about getting healthy, maybe that's losing weight, maybe that's putting on lean muscle, maybe that's increasing your cardio, maybe that's preparing for a race, maybe that's increasing your strength, your flexibility. Like there's so many different layers to health and wellness, right? Before you even get started, you get to place an images on the screen of your mind of what you will look like in the process of getting healthy, getting fit, losing the weight. I like to say getting rid of the weight because you don't want to lose it. Because if you lose it, you can find it again. So getting rid of the weight, getting off of the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high A1C medications, or whatever the medications are, whatever the thing is for you. Place that image on the screen of your mind first of how you want to look, and then how you want to feel. Like really close your eyes and image how you want to feel. And I know for me, when I feel good, instantly it shows in my face. I'm smiling, right? There's a lightness in your forehead. There's more optimism in your conversations, in your engagement. Place that image on the screen of your mind, how you want to dress, like what kind of clothes you want to wear in your professional life, your evening life, your workout, exercise, fitness life. Place this image on the screen of your mind, how your skin looks and how it feels. Like get really detailed. You can also do that with a vision board, but placing it on the screen of your mind, it lives with you all day, every day. You wake up with it. And so once you do that, it becomes more attainable. And it's the repetition, the repetition, the repetition. And you continue to draw the thing, the people, the situation, the circumstances that you want to you. And then you begin to embody it so that you can actually achieve it. And when I learned that from Bob Proctor, I actually put it into practice. I was in this mastermind group in LA, and it was 1 hour a week for, I think it was like 8 weeks. So it was a commitment. You must start on time, you must end on time. It was a commitment. So what I wanted for myself at that time, and Bob said, and the facilitator of the mastermind group said, she just echoed what Bob said, which was, Fee King, place the image on the screen of your mind of you arriving in London. And I always had this dream of getting in one of those British taxi cabs because they look so cool. And so I placed on the screen of my mind every day, all day, of what I will look like arriving at the airport, getting on the airplane, arriving in England, getting in that taxi, arriving wherever I was planning to stay. And I started with, her assignment was, I want you to call the airlines. Okay, so I'm dating myself. This was before we booked airline tickets online or through your phone. Call the airline and simply inquire how much is a round trip ticket from LA to England, to Heathrow Airport. And I was like, yeah, but I don't have shit. No. As Sekou and Mama Sekou would say, cancel, cancel. That's negative. It's not what you don't have. It's how can I? What do I need to do to get this? What do I need to do to transform my finances so that I can afford to just call and book a round trip ticket? Okay. So I called the airline. I did it out, and talk about nerves. I was like, wow, wow, I really do have some work to do around money. I called, and literally within 6 months of that mastermind group, I feel like it was a lot less than 6 months, but I'm going to say maybe 4 to 6 months. Within 4 to 6 months of that mastermind group, I had called again and purchased my round trip ticket. Didn't use a travel agent because I placed several images on the screen of my mind of me being in London on my 44th birthday, I think it was. So I want to invite you, I challenge you to take this on for yourself. Take a week, place images on the screen of your mind of whatever that thing is. If you are willing to accept Sekou Wright's challenge of getting yourself a financial advisor, a wealth manager. Mama Janet says the same thing. He had her on the show twice. He played that video where she says she can't advise you on how to manage your money, how to grow your money. She can only share with you what she's done and what's worked for her. What's worked for her may not work for you, or it may. But one of the things that we're all saying, and I finally, where I am financially, have said yes to a wealth manager, Charles Schwab. These are things I would have never done 2 years, a year ago. Never would have even thought about it. Like, because sometimes we think these things aren't for us. And yes, they are for you. They are for you. So, place an image on the screen of your mind of how you're going to dress when you walk into, I'm going to use Charles Schwab, but maybe it's TD Ameritrade. Maybe it's another financial house. Take the challenge and see, firstly, on the screen of your mind, how you're going to look, how you're going to feel, what you're going to wear when you walk in, what the conversation is going to look like, and focus only on the outcome that you want, not all of the what ifs, because we love to what if. Well, what if this happens? Well, what if this doesn't? Focus only on what it is that you want to happen, right? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so Sekou Rice is still not here yet, but I'm holding it down for you, Sekou. I want to shout out Mr. Sekou Rice because now I want to have this conversation with all of my folks who are either in a relationship, engaged, married, especially married. And you know what? Even the single people, because if you're single, you've either been in a relationship or you're en route to a relationship, right? Or you might be in the in-between time, but I think you can relate to this. There's nothing better for me. There's nothing better than a partner who listens, who knows you, who listens, who knows you. Sekou and I talked about this early on when he proposed. I accepted when he placed a masonite ring on my finger. And I thought, I didn't know that it was a masonite at the time, which is it's a precious stone. It's not a diamond because it looks like a diamond. And I was just like, oh, just keep smiling. And then afterwards, he told me, and I was just like, thank you, because I have always had an image on the screen of my mind of if and when I decided to get engaged and get married, that I did not want a diamond. I have just completely been anti-diamond for decades. I think maybe in my 20s, I remember having several friends who had gotten engaged, and the first thing they did was this. And then they would talk about how big the diamond was and the cut. And so we get to agree to disagree, because I know that a lot of women are into diamonds and that's their thing. That's fine. We all get to have our thing. We all get to have what we want. It's just not my thing. And so I was pleasantly surprised that, and grateful that he did not go that route. And it's because he listened. We had the conversation about my desire or my dream wedding ring years ago when we were just friends. We were in a WhatsApp gratitude group, and the conversation came up. In my mind, I always envisioned a tattoo as my token of commitment, as a symbol. Thank you, a symbol of commitment. Sekou listens. He is a listening man. One time, he asked me for my favorite photo. He didn't tell me what he wanted it for, and so I have many. A lot of favorite photos. For some reason, what resonated with me at that time was a photo of me and my father when I was around probably 3 years old. We were in Carter's Lake, Iowa, and I was sitting on his car, and he was next to me. And Sekou took that photo and put it on a metal like wallet. It's a money and a credit card holder, and he presented it to me 2 birthdays ago. And I lost it. I just cried. And he was like, "Oh no, I didn't want you to cry." I was just so moved. And I remembered and I thought, wow, this is so refreshing. I love that he listens and I think he gets me. So yesterday was my birthday. Shout out to all the Libras born the end of September through, I think Libra season ends on the 21st. I will be like Rev Melissa. I don't celebrate my birthday the whole month, but I will be celebrating Libras the whole month of October. Shout out to all of my Libra sisters, Rev Melissa, my client Anne, my friend, my longtime friend from LA, Angie Yarborough. There's so many. Shout out. Oh, my baby, my sweet Chandler. My niece Chandler just turned 10. She's a Libra. She is so Libra. That girl has such powerful Libra energy. And she would have loved the surprise that Sekou had for me yesterday. By the way, I love surprises. I have loved surprises since I can remember. I live my life not knowing from day to day. And I love that. That works for me. And I know for some people, they're like, I need to know. And just when you think you know, you don't know, because we live in a perpetual state of uncertainty. We think we know, but we never know. Like, I think I'm going to go outside and go for a run. Most times I do, but I never know what's going to happen. I never know if I'm going to do a mile and a half, mile point 18. Anyway, my point is I love surprises. I'm also not a big birthday person. I typically only celebrate my birthday if someone celebrates kind of for me or invites me to do something for my birthday. And so yesterday I said to Sekou, I said, we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to leave, because we went for a walk, which was lovely. And he bought me a coffee, a latte from my favorite spot, which was lovely. And then he said, do you want breakfast? I was like, yeah, I'll cook. He was like, you don't want to go out? And I was like, no, I'm gonna cook. Like, I want some tofu scramble. We did that. So then he said, we're doing something at 3. And I was like, what? I kept asking him how I should dress. And he said, just dress how you want to dress. So I put something on. It looked crazy. And he's so sweet. But I could tell, because I said, how do I look? He was like, yeah. I was like, no, this is not cute. I changed into something casual, but not sweats. And he surprised me with tickets to a Broadway musical, Hell's Kitchen. But let me share something with you. Because of his stroke, he still is challenged with aphasia. Aphasia is a speech and language disorder, if you will. And it also affects your long-term and your short-term memory. His short-term memory is greatly affected on certain days. He had no recollection that I told him back in 2023, when I was here in New York City visiting him. We went on a run and I saw the Hell's Kitchen musical advertisement and I took a photo of it. I said, I want to see that. And he was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, it's Alicia Keys' music. That was it. That was it. That was a year ago. He had no idea that I've been wanting to see this play. So I heard that it wasn't that great. So then I kind of thought, okay, maybe I don't want to see it. It was amazing. I mean, I think I'm still smiling from last night. I couldn't sleep. I have not seen a show where I could not sleep in years. It was magical. If you are in New York City, if you're planning to visit, if you need a reason why to get to New York City, let this musical be the reason. We don't know if the play is based on Alicia Keys' life. As a matter of fact, as I look out the window, I'm looking at the building that Alicia Keys grew up in. And it's this play, this musical is all about her and her mom's experience living in this artist building in Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen, New York City. The singing, oh, it was just magical. It was so magical. And what I also really appreciated and loved about the arrangement of the music, the choreography, the dancing, is they had older characters who could sing like nobody's business. That's not that unusual, but they could dance. And everyone's role was instrumental to the other person's role and character and moving the story forward. It was brilliantly written. The acting was superb. It was superb. Every single moment of it was believable. And the dancing, they made me feel like I could, and 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I felt like I could. I just felt energized. I mean, I really didn't even want to come. I didn't want to come in. I just wanted to stay out all night, almost to the sunrise. It was really everything. It was perfect. And then I allowed myself to have some Junior's renowned cheesecake. By the way, there's this cool restaurant. It's like a diner restaurant across the street from Schubert's Theater, Black owned, and it's massive. They have a bakery. I was like, okay, Juniors started in Brooklyn. Shout out to Juniors in Brooklyn and now Manhattan. It was just everything. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sekou writes. It was, I said, I wanted, it was perfect. It was perfect. While the day was not, and so one of the things that I believe is I celebrate life every day. I don't need a birthday or a holiday as a reason or permission. I celebrate life every day. I said to Sekou, I want us to experience a Broadway musical or play live theater at least once a month, possibly more, but at least once a month. The other thing is, when I say I celebrate life every day, even though yesterday was my birthday and it was someone else's birthday, it was millions of people's birthday yesterday. Life is still happening, right? Life is still happening. Things are going to come up. I just got my computer fixed and now it wasn't working. And I just thought, I could either choose to focus on the problem or I could choose to focus on a solution. I'm going to choose to focus on a solution. I invite you, when challenges, obstacles, roadblocks come up in your life, to choose to acknowledge the situation, right? There's a situation. To not bury it, to not deny it, to acknowledge that there's a situation, to focus on a solution. How can I get what I need? How can I get this corrected, fixed? All of the things. And so while we have these magical holidays and birthdays, doesn't mean that life stops happening and everything is, perfect. But we get to find a solution and to move through the day with joy, with happiness, with optimism. Yeah, that's what I got for you. All right. So let's get into a little money talk. Let's see, what should we say about money? I guess one of the things that I am reminded of, and I still haven't done it for yesterday. So one of the things that I'm reminded of is, and I know that I know this, and so I know many of us know this, and yet it's still difficult. It's still difficult to pay yourself first. Let's say you get a birthday gift. Let's say it's a card with $100 in it. And so whatever you're going to do with that money, whether you're going to treat yourself to getting your nails done, a massage, getting your hair done, paying a bill, take 10% of that $100 and put it away towards an investment in you. That investment in you could look like an emergency fund. That investment in you could look like setting up a meeting with your financial advisor and putting that $10 into a stock portfolio. That's what it could look like. It could also look like maybe a bond. I don't know much about bonds yet. However, after watching Mama Janet on Sekou Wright's show 2 weeks ago, she mentioned investment vehicles for your money, 401k, CDs, bonds. And I thought, I don't know anything about bonds and CDs. So guess what? Guess what? I get to empower myself by asking, because a closed mouth don't get fed. I text my wealth advisor, Chris Bygrave, and I say, Chris is on maternity leave. Shout out to Chris and his new baby girl, because his new baby girl is a Libra. It's Libra season. I said, Chris, when you get back from maternity leave, I need to make an appointment with you. I need to learn about CDs, excuse me. I need to learn about CDs, bonds. And another thing that Mama Janet talked about is investing your money in dividend earning stocks. I hope I'm saying that right. Sekou will correct me. Mama Janet will correct me. I think it's dividend payout stocks, basically stocks that pay a dividend. And so those three things, we have a meeting on the books early November, because I think he's going to take 4 weeks off. So I lovingly invite you, if you have fear, trepidation around money, what to invest, where to invest, with who to invest, how much, I lovingly invite you to feel the fear and do it anyway, because you can be fearful and do it anyway. You can actually exhibit courage in the face of fear. I do it every single day. So I'm going to end this show because I'm going to find this music, and let's do our affirmation. Oh yes, let's do our money affirmation. Let's see. And I learned this affirmation when I was introduced to Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor's version is a little different. So here we go. We're going to do this 3 times, and I want you to do this with me. I want you to type in the comment section an A for affirmation, an A for affirmation. All righty. I am so happy and grateful now to be a multimillionaire in every area of my life. Ooh, I think I could do better than that. I am so happy and grateful now to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Woo! Last time, 3 times is a charm. 3 times is a charm. 3 times, 3 times. I'm so happy. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. My name is Fee King. This is Get Rich 101. I am filling in for my fiance. This is Fiance Files. We do this every Thursday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'd love to connect with you. Please follow. Please engage. Please connect with us, and be on the lookout. Coming very, very soon. I believe next month, November, Sekou will be teaching his end of the year seminar on how to get from where you are to where you want to be with as little as a $1 investment. All right. I will see y'all on the other side. Let me get to this music. I love his music. He created these dope beats. So here we go. Here we go. See, that's when you're stalling. Hey, we're out.